Hi everybody, this is Jen with Genco Designs, improving the digital media skills of artists and entrepreneurs with top-rated technology. Today we're going to create a mood palette in Affinity Designer. The other day I was very inspired by a couple of articles I found. The first article that caught my eye was an article that took a photograph like the one I'm showing you here, and it selected or had created 4 basic colors from it, and then was using those to create color schemes for like a header or a website design, or maybe you wanted to create some marketing materials or a background on a user interface, or something like that. So I thought it was really interesting, so I did a little bit more research, and of course there's a ton of information out there on the net about how color affects your mood and your energy level, and how it can even affect your clarity, and even inspire you to buy something. So what I want to do is show you how you can do that. There's a couple different ways in Affinity Designer to create a palette from a photograph or a document, whichever. So we have this picture here, and the easiest way to do it is you come up here. This is the color panel here, or swatches panel I guess it's called. You can go up here to these little 4 lines right up here in the upper right hand corner. You see that? Right here. That's called the preferences. Now there's a couple things I want to explain to you. An application palette applies only to Affinity Designer, so you'll only be able to access that palette in Affinity Designer. A system palette allows you to access it in other programs. So far as I know, it only allows me to do Affinity Designer and Affinity Photo, but it might allow other programs like Pixelmator. I didn't get a chance to check them all. So what we want to do is create a palette from this image. What we want to try right here is, because we have the photo already here, we're going to create it from our document, and we're going to apply it as a system palette. There's all the colors that it picked from this photograph. As you can see, it has the bright yellow of the sun, has all the various oranges, and now this is listed in my palettes here. And the way that you rename it is you have it brought up like that. Come back up to your preferences panel and then hit rename palette, and we can just do and now we have this palette listed, and we can use that in any of our other documents, as like I said before, when you're creating. Okay, so let's try the other method for creating a palette from an image. So we'll go to this image here. I have it here, but what we're going to do is we're going to go over to our preferences over here. You get the right tool here. Okay. Go to our preferences here. We're going to create a palette from an image. Okay. It'll give us this pop-up menu here. We're going to select the image. Okay, when we're going to open it. Now if you'll see what it did, it automatically did 5. And this is pretty much what the article, the first article that I talked about, it did. Showed some pictures, showed 4 or 5 basic colors that were pulled from the pictures. And what that allows you to do is you really can, if you got a picture that creates a mood, you have those basic colors right there. And of course this allows you to create up to 256 colors. I like right about 20. That gives me plenty of choices. So we'll do that and hit create. Now what it does, it automatically brings the palette up over here in your swatches panel, and it names it the same as whatever your image was named, or your document. So, and you can go ahead and rename that up here in your preferences. Just come up here to rename palette. We'll go ahead and call that water blue. If I could spell it. There we go. And now you have that available to you. Okay, so those are some quick, easy ways to create a palette from images so that you can use that palette in any other project that you're working on. It's a lot of fun to create your own palettes instead of always searching through the rainbow wheel of options, and this kind of gives you a way to kind of pinpoint a mood using the basic colors that you get from a photograph. So I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you like what I do, click the buttons, like, share, and subscribe. It really does make a difference. I'll have some links below the video for my blog post and the articles that I was talking about. Have a great day. Thanks for stopping by, and we'll see you in the next video.